You sit down to eat. On one side of your plate, a glistening pink-orange slice of salmon. On the other, a soft, pearly white fillet of cod. Both came from the same ocean. Both are called fish, but somehow they look and taste completely different. Why does one glow like sunset while the other shines like snow? Why does one feel rich and oily, the other clean and light? Today we're diving deep beneath the surface, into the real science and hidden stories behind red fish and white fish. What gives them their color, their flavor, and their nutrition? By the end of this video, you'll never look at your seafood plate the same way again. Hey friends, I'm Frank, and welcome to Secrets of Simple Things, where we explain how tiny traits make big differences. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more intriguing stories hidden in everyday things. Why color matters. Let's start simple. All fish, no matter where they come from, have muscles made of protein and water. But one key ingredient changes everything: myoglobin, a special protein that carries oxygen inside the muscle. Think of it as nature's oxygen battery. The more a fish uses its muscles, the more myoglobin it needs, and the darker its flesh becomes. That's why red fish, like salmon, tuna, and trout, have pink or reddish meat. Their muscles are full of myoglobin, built for endurance. Meanwhile, white fish, like cod, haddock, tilapia, or pollock, move less, need less oxygen, and have paler, lighter flesh. In short, the color of a fish tells the story of how it lives and how it moves. The science of swimming. Now let's dive deeper, literally. In the world of fish, movement shapes everything. Redfish are the marathon swimmers of the ocean. They migrate hundreds, sometimes thousands of kilometers, powering through strong currents, battling upstream rivers, surviving against exhaustion. Their bodies adapt to this lifestyle. They pack their muscles with myoglobin, a kind of mini oxygen tank that lets them swim for hours without tiring. Whitefish, on the other hand, are the sprinters. They live closer to the sea floor, often hiding, waiting for prey, and making quick bursts when they attack or escape. They don't need long-term endurance, so their muscles stay pale and lean. If this sounds familiar, it's because humans are the same. A marathon runner's muscles look redder and denser than a sprinter's. Nature repeats her logic, from land to sea. So next time you see a slice of salmon, remember, that color isn't just beautiful, it's a record of movement, oxygen, and survival. The role of diet. But muscle isn't the whole story. Diet also paints the palette. Redfish owe part of their color to a natural pigment called astaxanthin, found in tiny crustaceans, shrimp, and plankton they eat. It's the same pigment that makes shrimp and lobsters turn red when cooked. When salmon eat these creatures, the pigment builds up in their flesh, giving it that famous coral hue. Farmed salmon, however, don't eat wild shrimp, so farmers often add synthetic astaxanthin to their feed, recreating that pink-orange tone people expect. Meanwhile, whitefish feed on smaller organisms that lack these pigments, so their flesh stays pale, translucent, or almost glassy. In other words, the ocean's color code isn't just about biology, it's also about the menu. Taste, texture, and fat. Let's move from the science to the senses. If you've ever cooked fish, you've felt this difference. Redfish feels dense, oily, rich. Whitefish seem to be light, flaky, and delicate. Redfish have more fat, especially omega-3 fatty acids, which keep them warm in cold waters. That fat melts when heated, creating a buttery, bold flavor. the reason grilled salmon or seared tuna tastes so satisfying. Whitefish, in contrast, are lean. Their mild flavor lets spices and sauces take the spotlight. They flake apart easily when steamed, fried, or baked, perfect for soups, curries, or fish and chips. Imagine this: a sizzling salmon steak, crisp skin curling, golden fat sizzling in the pan. Then picture a soft cod fillet, steaming gently in lemon and ginger. Two textures, two moods, both equally oceanic. The science shapes the taste, but the taste shapes our choices. Lean protein versus healthy fat. Now that we've tasted the difference, what about nutrition? Both red and white fish are fantastic sources of high-quality protein and low cholesterol. But their benefits swim in different directions. Red fish, like salmon and tuna, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and vitamin E. They nourish your heart, your brain, and even your mood. But because of the fat content, they're also higher in calories, a fuel for endurance, just like the fish themselves. White fish, on the other hand, are pure, lean energy, low in fat and calories, high in vitamin B12, selenium, and phosphorus, perfect for daily meals or weight management. From ocean to kitchen. Beyond biology and nutrition, fish color has shaped culture. In Japan, red fish like salmon and tuna symbolize vitality and luck. That's why they dominate sushi bars. In cold northern Europe, smoked salmon is a luxury, a celebration of endurance and energy. Meanwhile, white fish reign in warmer regions. From Britain's fish and chips to Mediterranean fish stews or Asian steamed fish with lime and ginger, white fish bring subtlety, purity, and comfort. These colors also carry culinary philosophy. Red fish bring our dishes boldness, energy, richness. White fish mean calmness, clarity, lightness. Even ecology joins the story. Tuna, one of the great red fish, faces overfishing concerns. Meanwhile, white fish like pollock or cod are often managed more sustainably. So every piece of fish on your plate tells not just a story of taste, but of the sea's balance, of culture, and of how we treat the ocean itself. From sushi bars to seaside taverns, every fillet carries a story, not just of taste, but of the sea. The color of life. When you look at the ocean, it's easy to think it's just one color, endless blue. But beneath that calm surface, it holds contrasts, warm and cold, deep and shallow, light and dark. The same is true for the fish that live within it. Red and white. Two colors, two spirits, yet both born of the same sea. In a way, they're like two sides of our own human nature. The red fish is energy in motion. It's the fire that refuses to stop, swimming upstream, battling the current, burning bright. Its red color reflects oxygen, life, endurance, the courage to move forward, no matter how strong the river flows against it. It's the spirit of ambition, passion, drive, the part of us that says, "Don't stop, keep going." The white fish, in contrast, is peace in stillness. It lives quietly, close to the seafloor, conserving energy until the perfect moment arrives. Its pale flesh is not a sign of weakness, it's a symbol of clarity, patience, and quiet wisdom. It reminds us that sometimes, stillness is strength. If you look at these two, red and white, together, you might see more than fish. You might see yin and yang, the ancient Chinese philosophy of balance that describes how opposite forces complete one another. Yin, the white, represents calm, rest, the soft, nurturing, internal energy. Yang, the red, represents movement, effort, heat, and outward expression. Neither exists alone. Each carries a seed of the other within itself, just as every fish, no matter how red or white, still swims in the same blue water. Too much yang, and life becomes fire without rest, always chasing, never breathing. Too much yin, and life becomes still water, peaceful but stagnant. The secret, as the ocean teaches, is balance. A red fish without pause will exhaust itself. A white fish that never moves will fade away. But together, movement and rest, courage and calm, they form the rhythm of survival. That rhythm is also the rhythm of being human. We work, we strive, we chase goals. That's our red. But we also need silence, reflection, moments of softness. That's our white. Life, like the sea, moves in tides. Push and pull, rise and fall, day and night, effort and ease. The balance isn't about choosing one color, it's about learning to swim between them. Think about the salmon, always moving, burning through life to create new life. Its red color is almost symbolic of sacrifice, giving energy, giving self. And then think about the cod, resting in the depths, patient, letting time do the work. Each lives a different truth, but both are equally necessary to the ocean's story. In our own lives, we meet moments where we must be the salmon, to fight, to endure, to rise. And moments where we must be the cod, to wait, to listen, to rest. If we only swim against the current, we drown in exhaustion. If we only float with the tide, we drift without purpose. Balance is the art of knowing when to do each. So, red or white, salmon or cod, tuna or tilapia. In the end, this isn't a competition. It's a quiet conversation between the sea and your senses. Everything carries a message from the deep, a whisper of strength, a pause of stillness, a story of survival written in flesh and color. The next time you choose a fish for dinner, take a moment to look closer at its hue, for within that shade lies a journey of endurance and adaptation, of pigments shaped by motion and purpose. And if you find beauty in how the world's simplest things conceal their most extraordinary truths, then stay curious. Because even in a single slice of fish, there lies an entire ocean, which is waiting quietly beneath the surface. Please like, subscribe, and join us again in the next episode of Secrets of Things. Thanks for watching, and see you later.